When you think about grammar, what comes to mind? Probably a bunch of dusty old rules, right? But what if I told you grammar is actually a time machine? Seriously, it's a way to explore alternate realities, to connect different moments in time, all with just your words. So today, we're going to fire up that machine and get the hang of one of its absolute coolest tools, the mixed conditional. Just think about it for a second. What if you'd taken that other job? Or what if you'd actually learned to play the guitar? Imagine just one single decision in your past was different. How would your life look right now? Now, these aren't just random daydreams. They're actually really complex thoughts, and English has a super specific and pretty awesome way of talking about them. And the key? The secret to unlocking all these what-if scenarios? It's the mixed conditional. You can think of them like little bridges made of grammar. They connect a hypothetical past with a hypothetical present, or, you guessed it, the other way around. It's all about mixing and matching different time frames. Okay, so before we start building these amazing time-bending sentences, we've got to make sure our foundation is solid. So let's do a really quick refresher on the two main building blocks we're going to be using today. I'm talking about the second and third conditionals. All right, let's break it down real quick. The second conditional, that's all about an unreal present. Something like, if I had more money, I would buy a car. It's about right now. Then you've got the third conditional. That one's for the unreal past. Like, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. See? It's about something that's totally over and done with. So just remember those two time frames, present and past. They're the key ingredients we're about to start mixing. Okay, let's get to our first and probably the most common recipe. This is where we get to see how these little ripples from a different past could create a completely different present. We're going to imagine a past action and then see its result right here, in the now. The most important thing to get here is the flow of time. The if part of the sentence, that's all happening in the past. But the result of that imaginary past, you feel it right now. So a past cause and a present effect. Simple as that. So how do we actually build this thing? Well, we're literally just grabbing pieces from those building blocks we just talked about. The if part, that uses the past perfect, and we steal that from the third conditional, the one about the past. Then the result part, with would plus the verb, that comes from the second conditional, the one about the present. See, we're literally mixing them together. It's a perfect blend. And this example just nails it. If I had gone to university, I would have a better job now. So, if I had gone to university, that's the hypothetical past, right? The reality is I didn't go, and the result, I would have a better job now. That's the unreal present. You see that beautiful connection? Past action, present consequence? All right, you ready? Let's totally flip the timeline now. This second type of mixed conditional, it's a little less common, but honestly, it's such a cool way to think. Here, we're looking at how some kind of continuous state, like a personality trait, could have changed a specific thing that happened in the past. So the logic is completely backwards from what we just did. We're starting with an if that's about the present, usually something that's just generally true about a person, and we're connecting that to a specific event that's already over. It's kind of like saying, because I'm this way now, something different would have happened way back then. And once again, we're just mixing our building blocks, but this time we've swapped them. The if part now uses the simple past. We're borrowing that from the second conditional for the unreal present. And the result, that uses would have plus the past participle, which we snag from the third conditional to talk about that unreal past result. We just flip the parts. This example makes it totally crystal clear. Check it out. If he wasn't so scared of heights, he would have climbed the tower with us yesterday. So if he wasn't so scared of heights, that's his present situation, right? It's just a general fact about him. He is scared of heights. And what's the result of that fear? Well, he would have climbed the tower with us yesterday. That's the specific past event that got changed because of his personality. His present state changed a past outcome. How cool is that? Okay, deep breath. We've explored both settings on our grammar time machine. Now let's put everything together into one simple, clear toolkit that you can use anytime you want to build one of these sentences. Think of this as your official mixed conditional cheat sheet. Honestly, it all just boils down to one thing: the direction of the time flow. Are you talking about a past thing changing the present? Then you use that first structure. Are you talking about a present thing that would have changed the past? Then you use the second one. The structure is all about the time flow. So the only question you really need to ask yourself is, which way is my little time travel story going? But that's the big question, isn't it? How do you know which one to use when you're, actually talking to someone? How do you pick the right one without your brain turning into a pretzel? Well, good news. It's actually way, way simpler than it seems. All you need is this super simple two-step checklist. First, just ask yourself, when is the if part? Is it in the past or is it in the present? Second, ask, when is the result? Is that happening now or did it happen in the past? That's it. Once you've got the answers to those two questions, you'll know exactly which structure from our little toolkit to grab. It really is that simple. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. And yeah, you guessed it, it's a mixed conditional. Just think about this for a second. If you had known this grammar a year ago, how would your English be different today? See, the if is in the past, the result is right now. This stuff isn't just grammar, it's a tool for your imagination. So go on, go build some alternate realities.